Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here in Erlengrat. It's just that it's such a big machine on such a small tractor that it's really not suitable at all. It's absolutely not suitable. So we can repair that one, yes, and then we can sell it for 11,446, and then we can go here and we can sell that one for 7,567, like that. So now we have 105,000 euros. If I was to sell the oh, wait, trailer. I wanted another trailer, didn't I? That's what we were going to do. So we go into there, and it's one of those Strautmans. Capacity 4, 8, 12. Wheel setup standard. Michelin. Lizard. So wheel setup stay standard as normal. I won't put a cover on it. We'll just leave it like that. There, 12,000. Buy. Back up. There. A little bit late. I should be skipping the night at this point. I know I'm sort of breaking the rules a little bit, but we are in a bit of a hurry as well, aren't we? So I feel that we're excused this once, just this once. We are able to get round this quickly, just so that we can try and push forward to get those last couple of moments done. We need to get this harvest started, and we are running out of time. The harvest is ready to go. It's 9 o'clock in the evening, and that harvest is now ready. I have taken quite a few of the machines now and sold them, so we've got more space over here. Let's shut you off a second, and then I want to go over here and sleep. We want to sleep for about 8 hours now. That'd be my guess. So we want to go until about 8 o'clock in the morning. Oh, okay. That was a vast misjudgment right there. You are just going to stop. You've actually done the majority of... Well, no, not the majority. You've probably done half of the field here. So I feel that's actually pretty good going. Half of the field has now been ploughed. I think that's pretty good, actually. So we'll bring this one over here. The plough can just be dropped there. That'll be ready to take off to the dealership. Actually, go and run this one over here a bit. And we'll lower that one down there. Right. Now, I'm going to want the potato harvester. Just stop that one a second. We'll start this one up. And we can turn the lights off. I'll leave the trailer there for a minute. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and get that front weight on the back of this tractor. And we'll have the Haulm topper on the front. I'm going to push it through until 9 AM. That's where we're going. Because it's just going to be a little bit lighter then. So we get a better view of everything that's going on. So we'll bring you in on here like this. And we just have to hope that the Haulm topper does actually work properly on this tractor. If it doesn't, I'm going to need a new tractor. So let's just lower that back down. And we're in our harvest. Now, one thing to note is it does still kill the crop if you drive on it. You have got to have the Haulm topper working properly. So fire that one up like that. And then go. And it's chopping it properly. And my tractor is able to do this. This is good. So we're going to do twice around the edge of the field. I'm going to go around the whole outside edge of the field twice round with this one. And then I will start working in lines up and down the field after I've done that. And that will give us a bit of room to get started with the potato harvester as well. Although I might do a few extra passes along just the bottom end after we've done our twice right round the outside edge. That's... Is that going to be the best way to... Yeah, that is the best way to do it, I think. If we do twice around the outside, and then we can do a few extra passes along the bottom end, and that's going to give us room then with the actual potato harvester to just start on removing a few of the lines of potatoes down there. And the idea with that is it's going to give us enough room to be able to turn round, and then once we've sort of done the initial stages, then we can start sort of building up. Something that I'm really looking forward to in FS22 is the new potato harvester. It looks so much more futuristic, almost. Like, it looks completely different to the potato harvester that we've got at the moment. Like, the one we've got at the moment is a design that's been around for quite a while, it looks like. I don't know that much about potato harvesters. I have seen them working in real life. And so the design is familiar. I have actually seen them. And I've seen quite a few YouTube videos of them working as well. But, I mean, I still don't know an awful lot about them. But if you have a look in here... There we go. That's looking good now. It's not in there that I want to look. If in here, it's just... This will be quick, I promise. See... We've got this design here with the tracks and then the great big wheels right on the front. This is kind of like a standard design. The new one looks completely different to this. It's way different to this. This is not all that maneuverable, is it? It doesn't have the wheels over here. It's got wheels here and here, and they're like four-wheel, they're all the same size, four-wheel steer as well. It looks completely different, and quite frankly, the thing looks futuristic. It really does. It looks completely and totally different from what it is at the moment, and that's something I'm really looking forward to being able to use. Like, I think it's going to be very, very cool being able to use that new potato harvester. So that's going to be one of the big things that we're going to work towards early on, is getting to the point where we can buy our own big potato harvester rather than having trailed equipment. It's going to take a while, though, because it's still close to €500,000 to be able to go and buy it, and it's going to take us a while to earn €500,000, I think. We'll get there. We will get there, especially if we don't branch out early into the cows and we just kind of focus on the root crop production. I think we could actually do it sooner. We could, in theory, buy back the BGA and go down that route, but I don't think that that would be in our best interest. I think for us to earn the maximum amount of money, we would want to focus purely on sugar beet and potato production. That's what I think we should be focusing on to start with, sugar beet and potatoes. We've got the machinery at the moment. We've got this little electric tractor and we've got the other slightly bigger tractor, although we're going to have to buy different machinery. And I'm not really sure what to do as a little bit of a backstory for that. You know, why are we suddenly losing out a load of money and then transitioning over? I mean, kind of the reason that we said that we can't have any loans in this series is because, you know, we're just sort of starting out as a student, and so we've got no credit rating whatsoever, and we've got a pile of student debt, and it's just not going to work out very well. The bank's just not interested. They're not interested in loaning us any money because we can't prove to them that we don't need it. You cannot borrow money from the bank if they suspect, even for a moment, that you need the money. If you can prove categorically, without any shadow of a doubt, that you don't need the money, then they will lend it to you. And unfortunately, we're in a position at the moment where we can't do that. We cannot prove to them that we don't need it, so they're not going to lend it to us. I know it's a bit weird, but that is the way of the world, isn't it? That you know I'm telling the truth here. You all know that I am telling the truth here. This is the absolute truth. If you can prove to the bank that you don't need the money, they're happy to lend it to you. Otherwise, you haven't got a hope. And I don't really want to have to try and prove to the bank that we need the money anyway. So I'm thinking that with the new series, we continue on with, you know, no loans. no loan, and possibly we will still have the no leasing, no leasing equipment either. So we've got no loan and no leasing of any equipment. So if we're going to do that, no loan and no leasing equipment, how are we going to sort of say, because there is going to be a bit of a money drop, selling this equipment and then buying back equipment in the next one? What's our story here? I mean, are we like taking a bit of time out to go and do some traveling? You know, just a little bit of a break from the business. We mothballed the land and just leased it out to pay for itself just for a little while, and then we're going to carry on now and get back to work again. We could do. We wouldn't be the first person to go and do something like that, and we won't be the last person to do something like that. Or have we sold the business to someone new and they've come in and they've bought it up? Maybe we weren't successful with the whole contracting thing. We'll still take some contracts, but maybe just not so many. Right, anyway, that one is going there, and it's going to keep working on around the field. So we can do a few passes along the bottom end of the field there with our potato harvester just to get started. And then we can start working up and down the lengths of the field where the Haulm topper is working. Once the Haulm topper is finished, we can then start doing some work with with the trailer. So that one will start doing the stuff with the trailer. So I just want to go here and unfold this one so it goes out to the side like that. He's ready to go. I really don't think that we're going to actually be able to get all of this field harvested. I don't think that we've got the time to do it. It's not going to work. We may end up sort of doing only part of it. Maybe this is the issue. Maybe we've been hit by a string of problems, and we've had a lot of disease hit our potatoes as well, because we are trying to grow organic, and this is why we've got a significant amount of loss to show between now and the start of the next series. I mean, that's actually a believable kind of storyline. I like that. So we'll sell what potatoes we've got, and then we'll sell all the rest of the equipment as well. But we weren't able to harvest everything, and we're also going to end up with losses between now and FS22, which means that we've got issues. Now, the slight difficulty that we're going to have is that FS22 recording, I may have already started. So at the moment, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be lucky enough to get a copy of the game. And that's fine and all, but if I do get a copy of the game, you're going to be getting the first episodes of the new series before you get this series. So it's basically going to have spoilers for what we're doing at the moment. So I'm not really sure how we're going to deal with that. We'll have to figure something out somewhere, somehow. Also, I was hoping that it wouldn't leave, that the texture between the cut Haulm and what the potato harvester is harvesting, it's just about impossible to tell the difference between the two. I really don't like that. I mean, yes, I shouldn't be driving back that way, and technically I should have care wheels on the tractor as well. I think I should. Well, no, I don't need to have care wheels on the tractor, because I shouldn't be driving on the potatoes in the first place. I should be driving on the outside. You only go in one direction with the harvester. So that shouldn't really be an issue. Try and drag that one up round there a bit. Come back over here, and then off we go again. So going in this direction. See, in theory, I should only be going this way. Like this. It doesn't matter if I'm driving on the bits that have still got potatoes in, at least for gameplay purposes, because, you know, it won't damage them at this point. But for sort of real life purposes, Yeah, you wouldn't be driving on that bit, but you'd only be going this way round with the harvester anyway. You wouldn't be going back to front with this. So I'll bring that one up round there. I guess I could do once round. We'll go once round the field with this. And I'll bring it down to the far side of the field at the end of it. And then I can just put the hired help going. I might need to do a bit more on the end. Can I get past that tree? Yes, I can. Just. This one is going to be a bit more of a squeeze. Let's come right in there. Getting this outside edge of the field is not an easy task. But I can bring it up along there. Just go right up on the very edge of the field like that. That works. Excellent. Okay. I'll bring that one right up to the very end. And then we've got to do a bit of shunting around. But that's sort of, at least it's marking out the very outside edge of the field there for us, which is always something that I like to try and do. Do I need to shunt around at all? Maybe not. No, apparently I don't. And it does have sort of self-steering as well, which helps us immensely. It's this bit down here. I'm not entirely sure how far out the field goes. So it's really difficult with a narrow working width on the tractor, like on any machine on the tractors. If you've got a really narrow working width like this one does, it is quite difficult to get it lined up properly and actually make sure it's working. But that Haulm cutter is coming through quite nicely. Like we had a We've already done a fair bit of the field here, so I'm going to let you come along here, and is that going to be, if I press H right there, is that going to be enough? Am I far enough over on the field? I think I am. Just hugging the very edge of it. Yeah, he's going to lift out there, but is it going to drop it back in again? Yes, he is. Where the field's a little bit uneven. Get all the way down to that bit right there. Right, now he's got to do the turning round, and this is where I find out if we've got enough room to be able to do this at all. We're on 6,945 litres of Tatey Pose at the moment. And this is the bit that will take the time every single time he does it, is turning round. Because not only have we got to turn round, but he's also got some quite steep land to try and negotiate at the same time, which contributes to it being a little bit tricky. But he was able to swing out round. We have got a tree in the way further along, which is going to make it a little bit more difficult to do the turning. But at least for this bit here, he's able to turn quite well, and then he is staying the course and harvesting potatoes properly. So all we got to do is take it from here and put them onto the train. So let's go and have a look next at the price for potatoes. Are we going to get lucky with this, or are we not? And Fellsburn Grain Mill is 218. So that is the place that we want to sell them. We've definitely got the best price there. Yes, it would be better if we could get even more money than that, but I don't think that's too bad. So we can sell that little bit, right, as pretty much the very last thing that we do. We'll be selling the crop that we've got. Whatever potatoes that we earn, I know I've been saying for the last episode at least that we want to finish this harvest, we want to do this harvest, but let's be realistic here. The whole point of one of the big things with my hardcore series is that I show all of the gameplay. And if I show all of the gameplay, we've got probably 2 hours of harvest here at least. And in theory, we've got about, and I think you got about an episode left, which is 30 minutes. So I'd have to cut out a lot of gameplay in order to be able to do this properly. And I don't want to do that. That's not the point of this series. We're supposed to show all of it. You get all of the little bits. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to leave the home topper working still. So this one here, I'm going to just stop him there. And then I'm going to run him around like this. I will put the machine out like that. And I will dump the first load into the trailers. So I can alter the height and make adjustments like that. It doesn't do anything. So I can literally I can open and close the door, and I can lift this one up and down. So tip that lot in there, and then do that. Now with the other potato harvester, you can't have it emptying while you're driving along in the field. It grinds to a halt. I don't know whether this one will allow you to do that. Absolutely not sure about that. I am fairly certain that we're going to really, really, really struggle to drag it up this hill like this. Look at that. Yeah, that's not the best one to bring it up, really, is it? That's definitely not the best hill to be attempting to negotiate. So let's back you up this way a little bit more like that. And get to that point right there. And then if I press H again, hired help can go and engage, and off you go once more. Seems to be doing a good job of it. We can come in here and just take a little look down there. So much easier with the other one. You can see a lot more easily what you're actually doing when it comes to the harvesting because of the texture that's on the ground. But I think you do also get that trouble with sugar beet as well, don't you? Because the sugar beet, we don't have an alternative. Beet technology in there. You've got to have that one and then that one on the back. But I mean, that goes in line. That one doesn't offset. That goes directly behind the tractor. So you put that one in front and then you have that one going along. And that's directly behind it. So it's a little bit different running this one. Because if you've got the topper going on in front, it makes life a little bit easier. It is slightly simpler to sort of go through and do everything you need to do in there. But this is it. And I haven't got anything else to be unloading these machines. I'm just wondering whether I should take a break from doing the home topping a second and start ferrying a few more of those there down to the dealership. I think we might do that. Let's go and have a look at that home topper again. We'll run that one. We'll let this one run down to the other end of the field. And then once he's run down to the end of the field, and he's sort of done his little bit that he wants to do down there. And there we go. Running into there. And then rushing down across again. He's doing a great job. But I'm just going to stop it. And then I'm going to get the trailers. I guess I could just do one trailer. Bring one trailer up into the field. So we'll just bring the single trailer up into the field. Because what I'd like to try and find out to start with is, can we unload alongside that potato harvester while it's just working in the field? Like, while it's running along in the field. Will it actually let us do that or not? Is that a thing? So we'll take a break from doing the home cutting. I'll run you down over here. And I will put this so we can go and sell the plow, we can sell the seed drill, we've got a slurry tanker over there, we've got another, we've got, what do you call, the stump grinder over there as well. I'm going to sell all of that lot. So unhitch that one. And I'm going to bring that front weight over there, and I'm going to unhitch that one there. Like that. And then we'll go and get this trailer on here. I haven't actually got very much else to take to the dealership, really. Got these trailers. We can string these together in a line of 3, and then we don't need to worry about them in the slightest. So if I go up this hill, we do need a bit of a run up with this one to get up this hill. Does struggle with it a little bit, but once we're up here, we're fine. So I'll bring you on round that way, and then we can wait for those potatoes, the potato harvester, to come back on up through. So I will run over to this one, and we'll take a look now. See it doing its thing. And see here, like, it doesn't look like he's covering very much of it. And this is down to the hired help and the way that hired help works anyway. Like, the overlap that it gives for hired help always seems to be significantly smaller than if you're trying to do it yourself. Sometimes the hired help is alright, but other times it just seems to be considerably slower. And I don't really like that. It's like it's seriously penalizing you for using that hired help, but at the same time, it doesn't specifically state that anywhere in the game. And you know, if they're gonna do that, if they're gonna give you a fixed penalty for using the hired help, at least be honest and tell us about it. You know, give us a little bit of a heads up. The hired help is not very good. If you want your crops to be picked up quickly and efficiently, then you need to do it yourself, because, you know, the hired help here, all we've managed to find is student drivers, and none of them are very good. If they were honest about that from the start, I feel that that would be a better thing. So let's have a look, and we will see if we can do collection as the machine drives along. We cannot with the other one. It won't let you do that. If the thing is, I suspect it's going to be the same with this one. Oh. No, it's not. This one just lifts up. The other one... Oh, yes, it does. It is stopping. Why are you blocked? Shouldn't be. Huh. I don't really get... Okay, so it can lift that bit up, but it still doesn't like you to be... It doesn't like the idea of driving along while you're doing it, which is a little bit weird. Quite sure why it does that. But anyway, that one can stop right there, and we will go and get the tanker on the back of this tractor. And then I might put the plough on the front. Oh, we've also got that cultivator there that we're going to have to go and shift as well. That's another one. And that seed drill. Let's get the seed drill, because then I haven't got to spin round so much with this tanker on the back. Make life a little bit easier for us. There we go. Do it like that. Got 1,000 litres of digestate on board. So we can leave the potato harvester. My dreams... Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.